This is Barbara Elistad with Mesquite Citizen Journal, and we're on site this morning with the Southwest Gas construction managers. We're at the corner of Mesquite Heights and Canyon Crest Road, where it's kind of the beginning point for the pipeline that's coming in from north of town. And it's a 14-mile turn, or what do you call it? Pipeline off of the Kern River pipeline that feeds natural gas into the city. Okay, so introduce yourself.
Okay.
Tell us what you do.
So Brian Kalina, and I'm the manager for technical services here at Southwest Gas in the Southern Nevada operations.
Okay, and what are you out here on the job most of the time?
No, I work a lot from town. We have crews out here that are working regularly, and for the most part, they're handling all the field operations.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the pipeline.
So, like you said, 14 miles is the outside of town portion. There's a couple more miles that come in town to bring to our distribution system that will distribute gas to all the customers around Mesquite. Okay,
and how many miles of the pipeline off of the Kern River have you gotten completed so far?
So I'm going to turn your attention to Mr. Kevin Killam, who is our expert with the construction of the pipeline.
6 feet.
Yeah, that's right. We're not wearing masks because we are maintaining 6 feet. So, okay. All right, Kevin, what was your name?
My name's Kevin Killam, and I'm a superintendent of construction with Southwest Gas.
Okay, so you're really the guy that has all the answers I want.
He is.
Yeah.
I can give you an answer. Might not be the right answer, but it'll be entertaining.
Okay, we're used to fake news. Okay, so how many miles of the pipeline have you completed so far?
For our high-pressure steel pipeline, we've got about 12 miles installed in the ground right now. We're finishing the last couple miles of the 14-mile stretch that, as you mentioned, comes from the Kern River line in Lincoln County. And in the background at the intersection of Canyon Crest and Mesquite Heights, this is a transition point because we've also had a contractor, as you mentioned, getting slowed down with traffic, that has run a 2-mile pipeline that will connect here at Mesquite and Canyon Crest, run over to Hardy Way, and that pipeline terminates at Falcon Ridge. And we've had a contractor working locally in the community for almost 2 years now, Northern Pipeline.
Yeah.
Northern Pipeline is what we term our master contractor. They're the resource that we're going to depend on to get most of the facilities installed at distribution pressure to serve the customers.
Okay.
They've also installed about a mile of steel pipeline on Falcon Ridge from Hardy Way to Bertha Howe. So our plan, when we get ready to serve Mesquite from the Kern River pipeline, which is tentatively scheduled for the end of September, near the end of September.
Okay.
We are going to be able to serve gas from the Kern River line in Lincoln County to Canyon Crest to Falcon Ridge, and Falcon Ridge to Bertha Howe. That will be the extent of our high-pressure steel pipeline by the end of next month if things go well.
So the end of September is your target date?
Our target date right now is the end of September to be able to transition Mesquite to gas served from Kern River.
Wow. You know, I've lived here almost 20 years, and this is like 25 years in the making, and so, you know, this is a pretty big deal for Mesquite. Not just for residential customers, but also for bringing more businesses in who prefer to operate hazard of doing on site, who prefer to use natural gas rather than all electric in their businesses. So this is a pretty big deal. Over here we have Stephen Miller, who is the public relations guy for Southwest.
Corporate communications, yes.
Okay. So far, you've been servicing some of Mesquite with liquefied natural gas. About how many customers do you have so far?
And actually, that's going to go back to Brian in terms of customers that are being served virtually right now
Okay.
through the virtual pipeline. Or do you want either way?
Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You're doing great.
Brian, how many?
The expert.
You're doing great.
These guys are here under duress, my duress, doing this interview. So how many customers are you servicing right now with the liquefied natural gas capability?
So just one correction: we don't have liquefied natural gas here
Okay.
at this site. We have compressed natural gas, or CNG.
Right, okay,
And
sorry.
so down there off of Pioneer Station there,
Right,
or Pioneer and what is it, Falcon Ridge.
right,
We have a station down there that we truck gas into. We regulate the pressure down to feed to the distribution system that's currently in place.
okay,
And we have total customers. We have 16 residentials that are pulling gas right now,
okay,
and then we have 7 commercial customers. There's a plan to bring, I think the goals right now are to get 34 more on over the next month or so. 34 residentials, and then 4 or 5 more commercial properties.
okay. Where are the residential customers located primarily?
So you have
Because that's kind of an interesting deal because, you know, you got to retrofit the houses with the appliances, and then you got to get that last, what they call the last foot from the pipeline that's in the street to the front door. So where are those homes primarily located for
Yeah, they're gonna
people
be-
who want to know?
the new subdivisions coming in, like right up the road here. You have the Augusta Legacy subdivision. We have a station, a separate CNG station there that's feeding some customers.
Okay, so it's primarily the new home construction that you're using for the residential
Correct.
hookups. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see a big draw into? I think you've building into Sun City, or you have.
There's definitely goals to reach out and expand that gas service there.
Okay.
Kevin might be able to tell you about another subdivision.
The primary subdivision is Pulte, and they transitioned their standard product to be able to accept natural gas. And
Pulte, Sun City.
Pulte Sun City, I believe
Yeah.
that's correct,
Right,
yes.
yeah.
And as Brian mentioned, we have models and a couple of new homes in the Augusta subdivision. A lot of our activity has been focused on some of the commercial customers and with Mesquite itself. We're doing a pipeline extension project near the Pioneer Station to add a new fire station for us
Okay.
that's in that area of the community. But we're working hard to ensure that the commitments that we're making to be able to provide the gas, we can meet, and that's all predicated on our ability to complete the pipeline project coming in from Kern River, because the stations that Brian referred to, where we have the tankers with CNGs that come in,
Yeah.
they're limited capacity.
Okay.
So there's some certain challenges that we face in trying to grow, and if we grow too fast and don't manage that growth, the position we don't want to be in is to make commitments to customers that will be able to provide them gas and encounter some issues with our pipeline projects and find out that we are promising more gas than we can deliver the way that we're currently positioned with the CNG tankers. But we're working diligently with the builders of subdivisions so that they're converting their product to be able to accept natural gas as an option, and try and get into that industry and that market, working closely not just with the developers but some of the other local utility contractors, so that we can develop that partnership. Because in construction, especially new construction and subdivisions, there is a lot of work that impacts others. What others do impacts us, the gas company,
Right.
and what us and our contractors plan on doing is going to impact the other builders, the other trades that are working there.
Right.
And in all honesty, we're the new kids on the block here, and trying to be respectful of the processes that are in place here and introduce ourselves so that everybody understands and learns a little bit how we go about installing our product, getting our pipelines in, and then the maintenance afterwards has really been a key part of our operations our first year and a half here in Mesquite. So in addition to trying to make sure we're managing the growth, we're trying to manage the introduction of Southwest Gas to the community as well.
Stephen,
that was good.
Well spoken.
Stephen,
That was good.
you might
I
have
turned it to
your job might be in jeopardy after this guy just finished. Wow,
I did ditches.
That's why
you did awesome. Woo! I don't.
You can nickname him Mr. Mesquite.
Yeah, no kidding.